Hello and welcome back, everyone, and welcome first-timers here. This is Eclipse, our Urban Shadows campaign here on Encounter Roleplay, and we are so happy to have you all here for us for the series finale. I'm Tommy at Imperator Pengu. I will be your master of ceremonies for the final time of this show tonight. And I'm excited and nervous and a little sad, as I've said, but mostly excited because I get to play with this super awesome crew. If any of you are new here, welcome to the end. This is the finale. Urban Shadows is a political urban fantasy game in the Powered by the Apocalypse system. Our game Eclipse is set in a modern yet alternative universe, Los Angeles, where the supernatural exists in the city, though more in the shadows than the light. As our agenda has always been, it will be to make the city feel political and dark, keep the characters' lives out of control and evolving, and to play to find out what happens. Why don't we go around and, for the last time for the show, have everyone introduce themselves and their characters. Let's move on over to Don.
Hi, I'm Don, and I play Octavius Man, or Octo Man. I've had such a great time with this game, and I love playing with these people. Octo is changing, and what he's changing into, he doesn't know, I don't know, and I'm excited to find out a little bit more about that tonight in our finale, and that's all I'll say about it.
Gotcha. I'm super excited to see sort of how Octo changes. I think that's gonna be really interesting to see, especially after last week. Ray.
Hey, I'm Ray. I'm with a brick, and I play Ida June, who is the oracle of the group, spiritual advisor, as Joe likes to call her. She's seen the end that is nigh, and now that it's sort of happening, it's very otherworldly, because she kind of didn't believe it. She thought it was all just visions and things that we're supposed to be read into and not quite as literal as they seem to be. So this is exciting. Let's see if we survive.
Yep, totally gonna survive, 100%. Everyone will 100% survive this. You know, those dice will 100% be in your favor. One person who is gonna do his best to make sure he makes it out of here alive, Josh.
Hey, Tommy, long time no see. My name is Joshua, aka roleplayers_TV. I am here this fine day, this fine evening, this fine eclipse-filled morrow, and I am playing Auden Thornhart, who is in charge, the CEO, the head of the Eden Corporation, for a better tomorrow today. And I'm ensuring in this campaign that there's going to be a tomorrow for everyone, because that's what I am. I'm a philanthropist. I'm just an all-round great guy. That's me.
Yep, absolutely. I'm gonna miss having Eden Core. Eden Core's it's been a solid foundation of everything in this game. Oh man, and the man who just wants to make his movie, Trav.
The screenplay for The Big Lebowski describes the character of the dude as a man for whom comfort runs deep, and I think that you could apply that to both myself and this character of Joe Rebane, aka J. Francis Rebane, who's one of those guys who directed a lot of movies in the late 80s and early 90s, and then got to make one big movie, kind of like a Monkey Bone, except it was too much Coffee Man, and got thrown in director jail for a while until he got this rare opportunity to direct Eyes of the Fire by reclusive, esoteric author E. Strebeck, and it's probably going to ruin his life. And that's sort of what we've been enjoying very much over these last few weeks. And I'm loving this, and it's time to get it on and finish it up once more for the sweet souvenir. Let's rock.
Let's rock indeed. And I think someone whose character is hoping to finish things once and for all during this session, Charlie.
I think Cassie has accepted things will never be over because there is always another political douchebag willing to stab another political douchebag in the back, literally. I play Cassie Adele. She is a monster hunter of sorts. Trying to save her friends, tangled up with the devil, kind of confused, but hoping to at least solve the murders committed by the Pate Killer, as we know him. Them. We're not sure.
But yeah, and that is our awesome cast tonight. As always, for the last time for this show, and for the season on this show, I would love to thank all of our sponsors. Helmgast for bringing us I Am Pilgrim with their modern horror tabletop RPG Cult Divinity Lost. Thank you Modifius for bringing us Star Trek Adventures. You can check out more of their awesome games like Tales from the Loop and Dishonored over at their website. And thank you, World Anvil, for helping us bring our worlds to life for our audience and viewers. And as I've said, smash that retweet button because some awesome things happen when you do. And as always, don't forget that even though this game is urban fantasy, even though it takes place in the theater of our minds and on the screen in front of you, that you should take care of yourself first. Things may happen in this game that may feel very real or uncomfortable, and we understand that if you need to step away from the screen, we will be here when you get back. And so, for the final time of this show, let us get into the game. Last session, you all began to deal with the fallout of the earthquake and the shadow beasts it brought. There were revelations made about the nature of these shadow beasts and their connection to the afterlife, hell to some, simply another passing on for others. Joe Francis Rebane managed to get away from the sorceress Mandy, who seemed intent on taking her quote-unquote possession, Octo, and getting out of the city because something serious was going down. Octo decided to confront Mandy, his newfound independence pushing him forward, alongside one Juniper. Octo confronted Mandy and resisted her attempts to command him to do what she wants. He managed to convince her to reveal some of what she knew, though it was not the exact, perhaps, details that Octo hoped, that someone was essentially breaking the veil between the real world, the material world, and the world after. Juniper regained some of her memories, some of them not so pleasant, some of them reminding her of things she perhaps wished she had kept forgotten, and felt the need to try and deal with that over everything else that's going on that's weird in her life. Meanwhile, the others met back up at Eden Tower to discuss their next move, and all received, within a few seconds of each other, phone calls from people needing things from them. And that was when another earthquake hit. Another major earthquake rumbles through the Los Angeles area. The second in only a matter of hours. This one is significantly stronger. Buildings sway, books and knickknacks fall from shelves, and more than one water pipe breaks and begins flooding their unfortunate owner's domicile. Inside Eden Tower, you can all feel the sway of the building exceptionally well, as this earthquake, which must be somewhere in the 5 or 6 Richter scale, shakes Eden Tower. Thankfully, Eden Tower is very well built and up to earthquake code, though a few of Auden's possessions most definitely fall from their shelves and crash to the ground. Auden, I would like you to roll your opening move and tell me what scheme you would like to finalize here.
Okay. I am going to go with... Okay. I'm gonna go with revenge. Choose someone who has, in your opinion, wronged you. You have them alone exposed, no matter their holdings or allies. If you show them mercy despite their sins, erase a corruption advanced. I would like to use my innate ability for revenge to see if we can finally put a nail in this reclusive murderer.
All right. And then please roll with Wild.
Rolling with Wild. My opening move. Okay. Make sure Wild is ticked. Where's my opening move?
You could just
session intro.
You could just use one of the
yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay. Fingers crossed. That is a miss. I don't believe I have any rerolls.
Yes, but I do have some rerolls, so I'm going to give you graciously, as the GM, a chance to better that outcome. I will use one of those to give you a chance to reroll.
I will do so. And Tommy, I will not forget this kindness. And Tommy, if DMing isn't where you want to be, there's always a position for you at the company. Just put in a good word.
Yes, I am very benevolent. That is what you think for now, at least. Very good, very good. That is a 10. All right. That is duly noted. Make sure you mark Wild. So, you are currently on the phone with Hector, your sort of minion that you acquired in the Night faction, sort of a outcast from the Boyle Heights Wolves. And he has just sort of revealed to you that there has been another that there's been another murder. And that was when you felt the earthquake.
He just reported in that there was another murder. How fresh? I'm guessing by the tremors. Fresh.
Yeah, no, pretty fresh, boss. Maybe 30, 40 minutes, hour at most.
Do you have a scent, by any chance?
By the way, before I forget, thank you for our raiders, just because I will forget if I don't say it now. Thank you to our raiders, Tabletop Horde and Susanna Grace. Thank you to Celeste for the 5 gift subs. That means something interesting will happen. And thank you, Kai Hawkeye, for the donation. All right. Yeah, I got a scent, although it's almost as if the scent just kind of disappears after a few feet. But I can look around. I can see if I can get something. It's not too far from your place, boss. Oh, well, I mean, that's not going to take you very long if you leave right now. It's like 20 blocks from you.
I hang up.
And I will note
Poor
that the
Hector.
location he gave you, yeah, poor Hector. The location he gave you last week was Hotel Cecil, which is sort of an ancient, famous haunted hotel in Los Angeles. And it is not too far. It is just outside of the financial district, so it's not too far from where you currently are. And you get off the phone. Joe, I'd like to ask you, who do you trust the least? PCs, NPCs? This is a chance to mark a faction at the beginning of this game.
Who do I trust the least? Oh, man. I think that he's come around on Octo. I think it's Auden, and it's because something's not right. We were supposed to just do this, and this was supposed to be paid for and happen in a protected and safe and creatively collaborative environment, and exactly what Joe was afraid would happen and worse is what occurred on set last night. And I think he's got second thoughts about who put up the money and why they put up the money, because it's a spiritually turbulent project. If he and Auden bonded on anything when they shook hands and made this deal, it was because they both knew that it was potentially dangerous to make this film. And he's the other person who would know the source material almost as well as I do. And shooting did not go as planned. And so
Shooting has indeed not gone as planned.
I think it's Auden.
If you do not currently have it marked, please mark powered. The power faction.
Okay.
Power faction. So, Joe, what do you say about lunch tomorrow? My treat. This is you on the phone with Eloise Lancaster from the Sun Daily.
Eloise, it would be a pleasure. How about coffee and hash browns at Dupar's? My treat.
Well, I certainly do like someone who knows how to treat the press. Let's say noon? I've heard you're a late riser.
look. I'm looking at another late night tonight, so yeah, noon sounds great. I'll see you then.
Wonderful, wonderful. I do look forward to working very closely with you.
Good ink. Look, hoping for some good ink. I'll see you then. He like hangs up the phone like very slowly, because you'll remember that he was up to this point trying to keep the fact that we were making this a secret and shooed away the Instagram influencer who wanted to cover the thing because he wanted to keep what they were working on a secret. And he very quietly closes his phone and puts it back in his pocket. Who's in the room with me?
I believe is it just Cassie right now? Because Cassie and Joe hadn't quite made it up to where Auden and Ida are.
Yeah, we were slower in our following into the building. Imagine it's one of those giant foyer type rooms, like lots of stone.
And before you sort of bring Cassie into this, I would like to ask Cassie, who do you trust the least?
Player character only, Tommy? Question mark.
Player character or NPC?
I trust Ursula the least.
Oh, all right. Then you get a chance. Then you can mark the power faction as well. Any particular reason for trusting Ursula the least?
She's a bitch. Don't trust her.
Okay, fair enough.
I made a
Fair
deal with the
enough.
devil, Auden Thornheart, to get her out of Ida June's life, and I don't trust her. People in power are disappearing, and Ursula hasn't been interfering, which means she's probably benefiting.
Very, very interesting. You've just gotten off the phone with Nathan Hochel, a fellow hunter, who has just told you that his contacts have made him aware of a warehouse in Willow Springs near the raceway. That seems to be where the bodies were being taken out of the city. Joe has also just gotten off the phone.
If I remember correctly, we came here because Auden wanted medical assistance, right? Auden was kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think also someone else is fucked up. Isn't Juniper fucked up?
It was, yeah.
Not
we
anymore.
Originally went there. Yeah, we originally went there so that you could help Juniper, but then Juniper and Octo went somewhere else entirely. So we didn't even do anything you're supposed to.
And she got fixed, and she got her memories back, which was a big oof for her.
Joe, we gotta go upstairs. I need to talk to Auden.
Yeah, me too. I wouldn't mind smoking some of his weed and having a sit down with the man.
We ain't got that kind of time.
Well, there's always room for Jell-O.
Joe, I will leave you behind. And she's crossing to the elevators. And she's slamming her thumb into the button to cool one down.
Don't go away mad. And I follow her in.
Alright. Back up in the... was this Auden's office or penthouse that you were in?
Office. This is Eden Core.
Office. This is Eden Core. Ida, who do you trust the least?
Oh. The last time you asked me this, I said Ursula, so I don't want to repeat Ursula because she's already been said this time too. So I think besides the obvious, it would be this Mandy person that Octo has mentioned that we have had the brief interaction with. At least Ida had a brief interaction. But like having that conversation with Octo and Octo just looking at her the way the two had interacted, she had felt some sort of, whether it was genuine fear or anger or resentment, she had felt something from Octo that was very palpable. And having that conversation kind of made her suspect that maybe it's somebody who's been like underneath their nose the entire time. And Mandy is a person who just came out of nowhere, so I think she obviously trusts her the least right now.
All right. Mark Powered, if you have not done so already. Oh, and also, welcome, Perception Studio Raiders. Welcome to the series finale of our Urban Shadows campaign, Eclipse. Things are gonna get spooky and spicy up in here. You've just gotten off the phone with Ursula, who has just sort of demanded your attention, told you to meet her in her office in 15 minutes. She sounded not completely composed, as you're perhaps so used to. She sounded a bit stressed. I would now like you to roll your, I believe, is it Premonitions move is the name of it?
It's foretellings.
Foretellings. I would like you to roll your foretellings.
So I roll a spirit. How do I do that on roll 20? Okay, here we go. Roll with,
yeah, roll anything that's under spirit.
Got it. Cool.
Right.
Got a 9.
Partially succeeds. All right. You suddenly feel the onset of one of your visions coming on. Your eyes go white, your tattoos lengthen. How does your vision start?
I think this one is different than the rest in the sense that it is a vision quest, is the best way I can describe it, through the eyes of people that she has kind of come in contact with. So I think we first kind of go out of her vision and go around the room, so she kind of sees things in Auden's perspective for a moment, and the colors shift and the way she sees things shift, and it switches over to Joe and then Cassie and then Octo. But then it switches to like Ursula and Juniper and even a couple of the people that she's like, a couple of the dead bodies that she has seen. And I think it's just this constant trying to like weave everything together, and there is one silver thread in each of these visions that she's following, like almost like a quest line that she's kind of following through everyone's visions until it finally stops on a vague figure that looks like it's that feeling when you know someone and their name is on the edge of your tongue, but you can't remember it. And you can kind of picture what they look like, but there's something weird about it that's missing. It's just like this vague kind of outline. And the thread kind of like stops in their mouth. And she kind of comes back out of it.
Before you come back out of it, do you think that this is the Pate killer that you're seeing the vague outline of?
Yeah.
All right. As you're having this vision, since this was a partial success, you see 9 tails, vague tails, floating behind them. And they turn their vaguely shaped head, and they look straight at you. And then you see their grin. Sort of a pit of darkness opens up, but you can see their sharp, pointed teeth. And they're grinning at you. And then you begin to be pulled back into your own body. The elevator door dings. Go ahead.
I was going to say, she normally doesn't talk during her visions, but I think if anyone's around, I think the only thing she mutters out of this like final scene with these 9 tails and this like toothy grin, I think she just muttered her breath, "We're close," and comes back to and hears the elevator ding.
All right. The elevator dings and Joe and Cassie walk into the office.
I don't care if it rains or freezes, as long as I got my plastic Jesus sitting on top of the dashboard of my car. Anybody got a
I
lighter?
swear to God, Joe. Someone else doesn't
Sitting
kill
on
you.
top of
I am
the
seriously considering it.
Joe, if you light that, you'll set off the sprinkler system.
Oh, come on, really? Oh, jeez. You guys are killing
I
me.
don't,
it's
don't
just like-
encourage
it's not
him.
like-
Yeah, I still hold out the lighter.
I think it's not. I've smoked in a lot of hotel rooms. This kind of smoke doesn't exactly set off the. And if it does, we'll all have a wonderful shower. Here,
Joe.
right there.
Joe, the difference between me and a hotel is I can afford the batteries that go into smoke detectors. Cassie, there's been another murder.
And I know where they're taking the bodies. I got
You
an
know
address
something I
for a
don't.
warehouse. That's what I came up here to tell you. I got a friend who's gonna meet me there, and I'm gonna go. Where's the murder? Who was the murder?
Tommy, the murder was I can't remember. I know
So
you gave a brief, quick description.
Yeah, so he didn't know the name. He just said it was some old Hollywood star, some old school Hollywood star.
Someone who's been around the block
Yeah.
for a while. Someone in Hollywood. I don't know the details. I'm about to head there myself.
Kind of fits the pattern, right? It's always someone who's been around.
Someone who was once great. Tommy, how much of a detour would it take for me to get to my apartment along the way?
You probably live pretty close by here, so not too long. Maybe 15 minutes. 10, 15 minutes detour.
I take my handgun from inside my jacket, eject the spent clip or magazine, put it down, go over, take a fresh one out of the stash room, load it in, lock it up, and just say, my informant has already lost his scent, which means there's a chance they've moved. So, perhaps we should split up. Where exactly is Octo?
Saw his car move away. Don't know where he went.
He's
Did
driving.
he tell me? Did he tell me he was going to go?
You called him.
He's
Yeah,
off
you
to
called
see
him.
that. I just blurted it out. I got no reason not to. He's off to see that Mandy person.
The manly person that you hospitalized.
I did the best I could. Jackknifed the car. I pulled her out, but I don't know. He wanted to go back.
You think that's a good idea?
No, I don't think it's a good idea. She's one hell of a piece of work, and he's my lead in, oh right, the fucking movie we were all making that you were the spiritual advisor on, that you were the financier and producer on, that you were the personal security on. I appreciate that we're all playing the Nancy Drew mysteries. I appreciate that we're all loading our guns and unloading our guns. This is all very exciting, but a fucking smoke dog came out of the ground and nearly ate my ass right after we finally got a scene shot. I'm supposed to be at the gates of hell tomorrow night with Octo's tour de force command performance where he's hard. And does anybody give a shit about this? This money you're spending?
Okay, Joe, let me make something absolutely clear. You're not at the gates of hell tomorrow night. You're at the gates of hell right fucking now. So pull your head out of your pretentious ass and take this. And I hand him a 38 caliber revolver that's had serial numbers fallen off. Go and get our fucking lead actor back and make sure that he understands who exactly it is his loyalty is to. Because last time I checked, you were the person who put him in this position. You were the person who gave him something, and she is the one who is trying to take everything away. So be a man and go find your actor.
Ida, I'm having a really strange feeling right now. I think I agree with Thornheart about something.
You notice that Ida is no longer in the room with any of you.
Where
Ida
the
has
fuck
dipped.
did she go?
I don't notice. You know, Auden, there's a lot of people who don't like being yelled at or having loud conversations. I am not one of those people. I appreciate your forthrightness, and I'm gonna go collect Octo, because I think I know what we're up against. I appreciate you. I hold my hand out.
I shake his hand.
It's a pleasure.
Tommy, do we just
tell
share
I-
a moment of intimacy by any chance? Would that count between
I
the
mean,
two
what
of
are
us?
your intimate? What is there? Is it just
As in, not
Respect.
just for me, but for him as well. Like, can we share can we trade off an intimacy moment here?
I'll allow it since this is the last episode. I'll allow it. You were both very open and raw. I'll allow it. If you would like to
What happens then? I gotta read
trigger
this.
your intimacy moves.
I've no idea. I'm just giving it to you. Like, do it. Why not?
Is there somewhere? Okay, wait. It's on my character sheet. Tommy, you gotta help me out here. Where is it? I can't find it on the basic moves here.
So it's on the first
under
page,
drama moves.
and then under drama moves.
Of your character sheet.
Of my character sheet. Aha.
Yeah, your
Okay.
character sheet.
Mm.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Drama moves. When I share emotion with the person, they get a dead on me, and I have what they desire. Ask them to name an item they have been seeking. That item has recently turned up in my arcane network. Can I get you anything while I'm out? I was going to hit the warehouse. I know you're kind of a armchair cineast. Skittles, In-N-Out burger, something.
Joe, are you attached to your liver?
Like emotionally attached?
Emotional,
I've-
physical, psychically?
I've been putting my liver through hell since my late teens. Why do you ask?
Would you like to continue your journey with your liver through hell?
Is this one of those
Cassie's
like
trying
one of
to
the
say-
funny word puzzle jokes?
No, this is one of those odd moments when me and Cassie seem to be on the same side and we understand each other. And this is Cassie saying that if you don't leave now and get on with it, your future will become... Well, the magic 8-ball is gone, so unfortunately I'll just have to give you future unclear, murky, try again later, all of that shit. Basically, get in the car.
And do specifically what you've said you're going to do, which is go and get Octo back. None of this going to fucking warehouses. None of this, I'm going to pop down and scout this location. Just go and get Octo. And find Ida!
No, I'll find Ida. I have a feeling I know exactly where she's gone. Ursula is drawing her back into her web.
I thought we discussed that problem.
We did. The world is literally being rendered apart by these events. It is on my to-do list. Don't make it seem as if I've forgotten our bargain. I don't go back on deals.
Nor do I.
I respect that. I'm gonna grab a couple of these for the road here. Don't mind if I do. And I'll see y'all around. I'll call you. Keep your phone on.
I will. Cass, real quick. Hold on 1 second. I have one thing.
Okay.
Tommy. Sorry, real quick, because he's got that thing.
Yep.
Objects to art. I have acquired a number of objects, relics, and artifacts over many lifetimes. Can I give Cassie a bonus in this hunt? Can I, from my collection, pull something like Phoenix Ash or something, like Phoenix Ash that can be put into shotgun shells, or like something holy water?
Yeah, I would say you have something that can help Cassie here. What do you think it is?
I think it is Phoenix Ash. I go over and
Okay.
I don't have much stuff here at the office, but I walk on over to the door. I open up like the side cubby, and then behind it I move like my suits out of the way, and I open up a secondary like safe, because it's a safe within a safe, because I'm that pretentious. And I reach inside and I come back to you, and I literally have like a 18th century alchemy vial with like an old worn cork stopper that's covered with wax, and inside is red ash that looks like powder, and I just say, here.
What's it for and what's it do?
2 dabs under the tongue. Don't overdo it. It might be the difference between life and death for you. I still need you around to keep up your side of the deal, so if you find anything...
You want me to come with you, or you want me to go up
you.
north to that warehouse?
No, I have to go examine the body. You go to the warehouse. Joe is busy wrangling monkeys, and I'll see if I can swing by and pick up Ida on the way. I'll call you.
And she's gonna give him the address for the warehouse, the Willow Springs by the Raceway address, just so he's got it.
Alright. Octo. Who do you trust the least? NPC or PC?
It's a really hard question for Octo, because he is just figuring out what trust even means. I'm gonna have to say it's Mandy, because now that he has more self-awareness, he understands, and more agency over himself, he understands that he is the amalgamation of 8 unfortunate individuals who all chose to love Mandy, and that resulted in their deaths, that resulted in them being dismembered and put back together, and somehow in that process those 8 individuals became him, and he recognizes himself simultaneously as 8 people and 1 person, and the only constant in all of those lives is Mandy, and he's confused. He doesn't know what their relationship was or is, and he can't trust her. He doesn't understand. He wants to, but he can't. So it has to be Mandy.
Right, marked power. And I would like to quickly shout out Chaotic Story. Thank you for your donation. Much love from us here at Encounter Roleplay. Octo, Juniper had you drop yourself off because you were driving outside of Eden Tower, and then took back her Prius and said she needed some time to think about stuff.
Could I have had Juniper drop me off somewhere else? Possibly.
Yeah, sure. Where would you like to be dropped off?
So, Beverly Hills. I would like to be dropped off in Beverly Hills. And
okay.
I imagine this conversation, there's not a conversation. After what he said to Juniper and what she said in return, he doesn't have words. He can't ask her to forgive him. He can't ask her to say anything. And his mind drifts. He has to put it somewhere else. And where he puts it is, if there's anything he believes that Mandy said, it's that she meant it when she said they have to get out of Los Angeles. And she wouldn't say that unless something very, very bad was not about to happen. And he doesn't know what that is, and he doesn't know how to stop it. And the only thing he can think about is this movie they're making, this idea that hell is coming up maybe from beneath the earth to swallow LA or whatever it is that Mandy believes is going to happen, and the parallels between the film that he's making with Joe. And somehow in his mind, he just starts sending text messages as he's waiting to get to Beverly Hills. He's sending text messages to all of the extras. He's sending text messages to the werewolf gang. He's sending text messages to the probably vampire Instagram influencer with like 13 million followers. It's probably up to 16 million followers by now. Telling them that they are needed for a shoot at Edencorp, at the tower. And so I want to use the truth. I want to use one of my truths to say that they believe him, and all of the extras are going to rally around Edencorp Tower while he goes to try to recruit one more person. His friend, a very famous actor who lives in Beverly Hills.
Okay. Juniper will drop you off where you ask her to. As you said, there's not... In fact, I don't think there's any conversation after answering your questions earlier. And she says, the only thing she says to you before she leaves is that she has to think about some things. She drops you off outside of I'm assuming a fancy Beverly Hills mansion, unless you're meeting them elsewhere.
I think so. And he watches Juniper drive off until he can't see the car anymore, hoping maybe she'll come back, hoping maybe something will happen. And when he can't see that car anymore, I think in his heart, Octo knows that he'll never see her again. And he thinks about what that means. Like, can you make things right when you make things so wrong? And he has to swallow those thoughts because he has to go knock on the door of someone who he considers a friend, but also sort of terrifies him a little bit.
You ring the gate bell, and a large, tall, just muscles, just wearing a black V-neck guard steps out of a guardhouse. He's got like an earpiece. He's definitely got like a gun on one side. What's your business here?
Hey man, how's it going? It's just a normal late night, totally chill house call, one friend to another. You know me, right? I'm on the list. I'm on the list, man. Just check your list.
There's no list, man. It's not a list.
What? Why don't...
You gotta have an appointment or you
I don't want to tell you how to do... Ooh. Listen, man, I don't know how this works where you're from, but usually I'm used to like there being a list, and either I'm on that list or usually I'm not on that list. But in this particular case, I should be on the list. So why don't you just go inside and let them know Octo Man is here. It's my name, Octo Man.
Look, dude, there's no list. And as you do that, you see just a short but very built man with hair swept to one side, just fucking parkour his wall.
Whoa.
And he drops out a familiar face. And he's like, Octo, man, what are you doing here?
Hey man, how's it going? Sorry to bother you so late. Like, I'm sure you got lots of important stuff to do and everything. Hey, you hear I'm doing a movie, like a big movie. I don't know if you heard or not. You know, not as big as your movies.
Yeah, of course I heard about that. Hey, Chris, he's on the list. And Chris this guard just looks at who you know as your good friend, Tom Cruise.
Dude, Tom, thank you so much.
Whatever you say, boss.
Man.
It's no problem. I heard about it. That's with Joe Urbane, right? That's Coffee Man, right? Coffee Man.
He doesn't like to go by Coffee Man, man. Like that's in the past. This is the future. You know how like every 20 years or so, people get to reinvent themselves, and maybe like they get pushed down.
I feel that. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, I feel that. I mean, I've reinvented myself 8 times today.
Today? Like in one day?
Yep.
It's been a busy day, man.
Yeah.
I thought I had a day.
It's been a real busy day. Yeah. Wait. So.
Hey.
What are you doing here?
Well, it's weird, dude. I was gonna ask you, man, if you maybe wanted to, like, I don't know, like play Death or somebody cool in this movie, like some like really like character role, because like you doing all these Mission Impossible movies and everything, and Eden Corps is funding this, so I know they've got money, but that's not actually why I'm here right now, man.
Wait, hold on 1 sec. He pulls out his phone and he dials. It's quickly picked up. Hey, yeah, Paula, hey, yeah, so I'm doing a movie. Yeah, no, I'm gonna do it, yeah. I'm playing Death, I don't know. Talk to Joe Urbane, you remember him? Coffee Man, yeah, I'm doing it.
What?
No, I don't care. No, I'm gonna do it. Just talk to Joe. You're my people, talk with his people, you work it out. That's what we have people for. Yeah. Of course I'm doing my own stunts. I always do my own stunts. Yeah, got it. Good. You were saying? Yep.
Yeah, man. So I really want this movie to happen, but there is a little bit of an obstacle. It's actually kind of a big obstacle, and I was wondering if you might help me and Joe deal with that obstacle.
Do I get to do my own stunts?
Yeah, man, like you want to do flips as Death. Look, I've seen Death done a lot of ways, man. I've never seen parkour Death. I've never seen badass Death. That's what I want to see. I think you're the man to do it, man.
Fuck yeah. Let's do it. Let's fucking do it. And he like grabs you and he like lifts you up in the air. Just like, let's fucking do it.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah, absolutely. It'd be an honor to get to actually be in a movie with you, instead of just smoking with you. But first, there is a problem. It's a big problem, and I need your help. Tom, I wouldn't say this if I didn't mean it with all of my heart. I don't know that anybody else can solve this problem except for you. Los Angeles, man, it's about to be swallowed into hell, I'm pretty sure. Something like hell, like maybe within the next like couple of hours, and it's really gonna screw up this movie, man. We're supposed to shoot tomorrow, and there's plans, we got a whole list of scenes that we got to knock out, and I'm worried that like there isn't gonna be a movie or even a city unless we do something. You know anything about that?
I mean, look, dude, I'm not real big on the whole heaven or hell or afterlife thing. I mean, it's not really part of my belief system. But
Right,
you know,
yeah, you have
there's
the
some weird
volcano
shit
thing.
here. There's some weird shit. I'm sure that there's something. But I'm just down to do something, anything. Like, I'm really, really wanting to do something right now.
Well, hey man, like if you want, like just like I'll drive. Well, I don't want to say you can drive your own car, or maybe we can take a motorcycle and we can just fly over to Edencore. A bunch of people are meeting there, and I think we're trying to figure out this whole like what's going on with LA being sucked into hell thing. I think I don't really know what they're up to. Should be fun though.
Sounds fucking awesome, dude. All right, come with me. We're gonna get. I've got this really awesome Ducati, if I remember. Ducati is the brand, right? Yeah, Ducati. It's been a while since I've looked at bikes. I've got this really awesome new Ducati. We're gonna get over there in like 30 seconds. Hey, Chris, you're fired. And he has the gates open for you, and you walk into his compound. Ida.
Sorry, Chris.
Chris just gives you this like fuck you glare, and then just like takes off his earpiece and like chucks it down and just walks out.
Chris isn't on the list.
Chris is no longer on the list. Ida. Hawkeye Tower is not too far from Edencore. It's in the same financial district, maybe a few blocks down. So it's not particularly far of a walk. Do you go straight there?
Yes.
Yes. Right. You are passed through and you are shown, you head up to Ursula's office on the, we'll say like the 42nd floor. Her secretary waves you in. She's expecting you.
I just blow past the secretary, just kind of like give her the wave and just be like, I know. And walk in.
You walk into Ursula's office, which is it has this grand, this sort of open view that looks out over Los Angeles towards the west. Thankfully, it's on a side where the skyscrapers don't block the view. She has a sort of a very basic modern aesthetic to her office. It's very minimalist, but everything in here is expensive. She currently has her back to you. She's sitting in her chair, legs kicked to one leg over the other, looking out over the sparkling lights of the city and the just the very tail end of the sunset.
Hey.
Thank you, Chaotic Story, for another donation. She spins around in her chair, and she looks tired. Like, normally she is very put together, no matter the time. Like, you've almost never... Like, you've seen her after a long day, and where she'll look wary, but not tired. But here, she just looks tired. Yes. Hello, Ida. I've just, I've just come from a rather stressful few meetings.
And?
But that's not what I'm here about, or what I called you about. How are you doing, Ida?
You know, Ursula, I'm doing pretty fucking great. Considering that you haven't called in weeks, I've been babysitting Auden tirelessly because that's the only thing that you told me to do. Meanwhile, everything seems to be
No, I don't
falling
care
apart
about the
around
rest of
me.
that. How have your visions been recently?
Continually more and more fucked up. Since I told you weeks ago when they started to be fucked up, I see nothing but fire and brimstone and blood and red, and I don't know what to make of it, but I do. I do, but I don't. I do. I do.
Good. Have you noticed any changes recently? I mean, I am your mentor after all. I'd like to keep up with my proteges.
In what, Ursula? The cosmic forces that be the world around us? Because I don't know if you've noticed, but I got fucking attacked by shadow dogs yesterday. Like, yes, if you want to know if something's changed and something's different, shit is wild. Where have you been?
Good. I've been in a board meeting where well, let's just say a few things have fallen through, needlessly to say. Then I had to go to a meeting of the other oracles, the proper board, and had to listen to that Isaiah Sanford and talk about how apparently I'm not fit to be the head of the chairwoman of our little thing. So it's been a day. So I really don't want to hear all the complaining about your day, Ida. You're not getting any pity from me.
I don't want it, Ursula. You called me here. You asked me questions about how I've been feeling. I'm just answering you. If you have a purpose for me being here, please state it so I can actually go do something that is worthy of my time besides sitting with you here in this office. So you can go to another board meeting while I actually have to deal with the problems of what actually is going on in the world.
She sort of smiles at you at this. A little eerie. And probably in all honesty, you would probably expect her to snap at you at this point. Of course. I'm just glad to see that you're getting along well. I need you to talk to Auden for me. I need Mr. Sanford to be taken care of. I'm sure we can come to some sort of arrangement.
I'm sure you can. You always seem to come to an agreement some way, shape, and form, Ursula.
Always.
Is there anything else you need of me, or is that my only duty and task?
Just let me know if anything else changes with your visions.
As always will do. And I will start to turn on my heels and...
Try not to die. It would be most unfortunate.
Yeah, it would. It really would be, wouldn't it? And with that, I will walk out of the room.
You get a text from Auden. stating you to meet him after you've finished.
I send a text back that says absolutely, period. We need to talk, period.
Right. Joe, as you're exiting Eden Tower, you see a number of people from production, other extras. You see Luis and a number of members of the Boyle Heights gang, all gathered outside of Eden Tower.
Oh, it's a little early for the rap party. What's going on out here?
Luis sort of walks up. Mr. Rebane, a good acquaintance, Octo, told everyone to come here. Something about there was a shoot going on here.
Here? Like
Yeah,
it's
here.
Yeah, okay. You bet your ass there is. I gotta, we're waiting for Octo to get here and some other.
Yeah, where is he, man?
unit.
I was hoping to meet him here.
He does this. He needs to have sort of a constitutional, clear his head, get ready for his big close up. There's a pretty intense process he puts himself through to play this character. So he might be nearby. He might be at the In-N-Out Burger, something. So he'll turn up. I'm gonna call him here in a second. But listen, we've got some mutual friends. What's the name of the candidate for mayor?
Shion Park.
I produced all the park spots for her campaign.
Oh,
So
that's
you guys are a big fan.
good to hear. I do plan on voting for her come election day.
Oh, absolutely. She's the real deal, and just a dream to work with. Just a pleasure. And that's what's so great. It's such a small town, and imagine it leading to meeting the best damn group of wolf men, badasses. Let me set the scene for you, okay? You're languishing outside the gates of hell, okay? Outside the vestibule of the inferno itself, okay? And the lost souls are gathered, skulking around, smoking cigarettes, kicking in the dirt, too proud, too angry, too damaged to take the journey to face themselves in the afterlife, okay? So that's kind of the mental space I need all of you guys in. To say you haunt the gates of hell would not be an inaccurate description. Am I making sense?
Yep. No, I got it. I see your vision perfectly.
Oh, you guys are amazing. So, put your collars up, smoke them, when we start rolling, smoke them if you got them, and give me your best go to hell scowl as Octo walks by. I want to see some real mean. You guys have such great faces. I want to see these faces. I want to see you squinting.
They've all already got scowls on.
And I'm sure it's a little bit intimidating. It's like, there you go. Oh my God, this is going to be amazing. We're just going to get some lights, and I'm just going to point a camera at that, and it's money in the bank. Solid gold. You guys are amazing. Craft services should be here anytime. Get you some snacks, some Doritos or some Funyuns or something, and we'll get going. I got to make a quick phone call real quick, if you just excuse me for just 1 second. I walk away with my phone up to my ear and dial Octo's number.
Octo man.
You're on the back of Tom Cruise's bike at this moment. You could hear the wind rushing.
Octo
Octo?
man here. What's up?
Hi.
Hey, Joe, how's
Can
it
you hear
going,
me?
man?
Hey. Yeah.
Kinda. Hey.
You're breaking up. You going through the valley, or where are you?
No, man. I'm going to Edencore Tower, man. I'm coming. Are you there?
I am. Me and half the werewolves in Los Angeles are standing here getting to know one another in the driveway of this of Eden Tower. So you're coming here. Oh, that's great.
Hey,
Listen, dude.
Octo, who are you talking to?
Oh, yeah. Oh, hey. Tom, this is Joe. I got Joe on the phone right now. You want to talk to Joe? Man?
Oh, fuck yeah. No, I can't talk to, yeah, give me the phone. He takes both his hands off the bike.
I got the... Passes the phone over, and Octo takes control of the bike from behind. Like, I imagine he's, like, behind Tom Cruise, arms wrapped
By the way,
around
he has
Tom,
not given you a helmet. He has not given you a helmet. Just like, hey, Joe. Hey, Joe. This is Tom.
Hey, Joe Remain.
Hey, we're doing a movie together.
Tom, your voice sounds... Are we talking about the big man here? Or are you...
Oh, yeah.
Mr.
What other big Tom do you know?
Let me put the phone on my chest and I go, it's fucking Tom Cruise. Hey, wow, T. Cruise, baby. How's it going? Joe Rebane. Listen, we're going to make cinema history here tonight. We're standing at the gates of hell with half the werewolves in L.A. This is going to be something else.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Well,
right, I'm going to toss you back to Octo here. I'm about to do a wheelie. And he tosses your phone back to you, Octo.
Hey, Joe, how's it going, man? So I hope you don't mind, but Tom, he wants to play Death, man. He really wants to do a character role. He thinks it's time. You know, the last time was like Magnolia. That was like 2002 or something like that. It's been a while.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. And we'll shoot it here at Edencore like it's the gates of hell, and he can be Phlegius, meeting you guys like you're about to go down across the holy shit. Okay, look, don't die on his, because it sounds like you're like flying through the air.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, he's real reckless. Yeah. I'm riding behind. Yeah. So
hey, Octo, you better hold on tight.
He's not insured. He's not insured.
Pops a wheelie.
He's not insured. Just get down here and get into makeup. I love you.
All right, man. Yeah, I love you too, dude. Like, totally, like, from the bottom of my heart. I really, really mean that. It started when you gave me that action figure. Maybe it started before that. I'm not sure. But I felt it really hard then, and I feel it now, man. And you know what? If hell opens up tonight, I just want to know that we're shooting our movie and we're telling our story, man. That's all I want.
You're damn right, brother. From the bottom of my heart, everything you've done for me in this production, and all of you, every bit of you, I love you to death. You know, we're all sentient beings on this planet whose lives are rare and precious, and you know, you're no exception. It's a special thing. So, wow, get Tom Cruise. Make sure you don't die and get your ass down here. We'll have some fun as a shoot a movie.
Hey, Octo.
Tom,
put the phone down.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we're gonna swap. We're gonna swap places.
All right, we're gonna swap places.
While we're going.
I'm hanging up the phone. I can't take it. It's too stressful. Just don't die. Get down here. Hang on. Oh my god. Okay. Can I get all everyone's attention really quick? We got big doings, big plans here tonight, but it's going to take a little bit. So just kick it for a little while, smoke them if you got them, and wow, you're going to see something really big happen here tonight. So don't go anywhere. And I go around the corner where they can't see me. And proceed to light a joint in his pocket and have a quiet holy shit freak out where I'm like kicking the wall and like slapping the wall and like takes his shades off, you know, which he never does. It's like, Jesus Christ, holy shit, oh my god, Tom Cruise is gonna play Phlegius. Oh shit, okay, we gotta do like a rewrite or something. Oh man. And he just has a really quiet director's freak out around the corner where the werewolves can't see him. which is a sentence I love saying.
Right. Auden, you are informed that there is a gathering of people outside of Eden Tower.
My Rolls Royce is still parked out in front, as is
Yeah.
Cassie's car. Oh no, Cassie left. Cassie's already gone. So
Yes,
my Rolls
Cassie's
Royce
left
is
it.
currently outside, and because I didn't take a driver, like I imagine the doors are open, so like there's just like a ding 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 because the lights are on, and it like so that's out there with all of them. I hear about this. I make a quick phone call to someone about that, which I told you about, and then. I presume my driver is back here somewhere because I sent him to come back here, and I said I drive myself home from Boyle Heights. So I go find my driver, and I tell him
Clarence.
go down.
Right? Is Clarence?
I go, yeah, Clarence, yeah. I go find Clarence, and I say, Clarence, I need you to go downstairs. I need you to ensure discreetly that the lobby is closed. And then I want you to go to the storage lobby, the storage closet on 2nd. I'm going to disable the cameras. You're going to start a fire. We're going to hit the fire alarm. We're going to evacuate the building. During that time, I'm going to excuse myself. You come back up here. You do not let anyone onto the 70th floor or past it. Do we understand each other?
He just nods.
Fantastic. And like he will walk on over to like a back room, and he brings out like an arson kit and puts it down in front of him, like a jerry can and everything like that, and a pair of like gardener's gloves, and just there. Make it smoky, make it apocalyptic looking, make it draw the eye.
He nods again. He grabs the kit
And throw through bricks through the lobby window. Thank you. And I am going to go down in the elevator to the garage, and I'm going to go to the executive garage where it doesn't open up outside Eden Core. It opens up like 2 blocks down underneath like some small delicatessen and looks like a private car park. But that is where like the business execs come, because we've got a froyo place and like an organic like avocado smoothie place in our lobby, so we can't have people rolling up in their Lamborghinis and shit like that. That's a bad look for us. So I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna drive. I'd like to drive to my apartment. I want to pick up something from my apartment, and then I want to go and I want to text Ida an address near where the murder happened, and I want to go and meet her there. That's my plan.
All right. Ida, do you go straight to that meeting location? All right.
Oh yeah.
Then you two meet in some like side street probably near Hawkeye Tower.
It's we're like I want to be a few blocks away from where Hector told me to meet with him.
Okay. All right. So you're a few blocks away from Hotel Cecil. We'll say that Hawkeye Tower is somewhere between the 2 buildings, close enough.
And I drive myself. I drive a car with fresh plates and all that bollocks, and I will sit there and wait for Ida to show up off the street in like a side alley that's quiet. And
I imagine I just show up walking around the corner. I imagine Auden's already told me what vehicle he's driving, and I just get into the passenger seat of the vehicle. Hey.
How was your meeting?
Auden, we gotta take care of Ursula. Something's wrong. Man, something's wrong. She wanted me to ask you to put a hit against Isaiah Sanford. Of all people. She's gotta go.
You would both know who that is.
She's gotta go. And when she's saying this, she doesn't look directly at Auden in the face, but you can see visibly on her that she's the most upset that you've actually ever seen her, like emotionally. And you can see that her eyes are beginning to like just kind of well up a little bit and get red.
If you were in her position, what would you do?
I would leave. I would leave. Go somewhere else. Do something else. I would leave.
And if you were in her position and I told you not to leave?
And you would have to give me a damn good reason not to, Auden. But I'm not her, and I'm not in her position, so I don't fucking care. I don't care.
I picked something up. I had
What do you have this time?
initially presumed that we might be dealing with this Kumiho. The murder scene is around the corner from here. 12
Okay.
down, 1 to go. Cassie is on their way to apprehend, maybe even kill. We're in the closing minutes. He says, stay here. He gets out the car. He's going to walk around to, past the front of the car, past her door to the back, open the door, and he unzips something, and there is a collection of very old blades that look more like embalming tools than like weapons of war. And like, just so she can see, he leans around so she can see the blade. This is a very old spearhead. It's been called many things over the years. There was even a rumor that it was the Spear of Destiny that pierced Christ at one point, but what it actually is far more... Well, it'll kill pretty much whatever I need it to. So do you think you'd have what it takes to take Ursula's position?
I don't know if I have what it takes, but I have the experience. I don't know if I have what it takes to do it. Honestly, I don't.
What if you didn't have a choice? Would you do the job?
I would. I've never been able to have many choices, so I think that's the way that I would look at it.
Then I guess Cassie's going to have to deal with this Kumiho problem on her own. I guess we have a journey to go on. Put your seatbelt on. Let me make sure none of this goes flying. And I begin to zip everything else up. And I guess we're going to go and kill Ursula.
I guess it's time.
And I drive the spear through the back of her chair.
Okay.
Do I need to make a roll, Tommy?
Okay. This is a meta question. Does Ray want to contest this?
She would have no idea it's coming. So no.
Okay.
He reaches past as she goes to tie it, told her to put her seatbelt on. Second she does, I grab the seatbelt so she can't move away from the chair, and I just ram the blade through the back of the chair into her chest.
Right. Okay.
I think
That
happens, I think as that happens, Ida obviously screams. And the welling of her eyes finally lets go. And she doesn't say anything. I think she just kind of looks off into the distance and just cries.
Auden will reach into her pocket. He'll take out the phone. He'll delete the text that told her where to come. He'll delete the text saying, "Meet me after." He goes to his phone. He does the same. He deletes everything. And then he's going to go to the back of his car for the other thing he went and got, which is a winch to crack open rib cages that surgeons use. It's a good thing about owning a hospital. She's right around the corner from where the last Kumiho victim was. She's going to be the 13th. I'm going to take out her liver. I'm going to make it look real convincing.
Okay, we're gonna get to that thread in a little bit. Oh boy. Cassie, so, hi, hello.
Joshua, my office, now. Yes, sorry, I'm going to Willow Springs near the raceway.
Right. You head up north, past the mountains there, sort of through the mountain pass. It takes you about an hour, and it is fully dark by the time you get there. Willow Springs is a small town north of LA. There's not a lot. It's a one road town. The raceway is sort of on the outside. It's a fairly simple setup, stands, stands set up, fence around it, but nothing too fancy. And it's not hard to find the warehouse that's about maybe half a mile away from the raceway. You see a Dodge Charger, because why not, pulled up outside, and sitting in it is I just want to say it one more time, a real Army Hammer looking guy. Nathan is sitting in his sort of on the back, sort of like leaning against the trunk.
Is he also 6'9", like Army Hannah, stupid tall?
Yeah, he's real big. He's real big and he's real buff. As I said, he always has button-up shirts that look like they're just about to pop off.
I think Cassie will carefully approach him, imagining that he is probably on edge, given the location and what they're doing. So she'll approach slow, so not to give away her position too much, but clear enough that Nathan should be able to notice her approach.
Long time no see, Cassie. Even though it's been 6 hours since you saw him.
Feel like I'm living the longest day of my life. What'd you find?
Thank you, Celeste, for the donation. I haven't gone in to scout it yet. I just got here a few minutes ago myself. Figured it'd probably be best to wait for backup in case there was anything weird going on here.
Never going alone. Well, I am all the backup you're gonna get.
That's all the backup I need. You ready?
Here. She's gonna offer him the Phoenix dust, the red dust shit that Auden gave her, and give him the instructions that Auden gave her. 2 dabs under the tongue.
Now, where'd you get an item like this?
I got friends in Eden Core places.
Very interesting. I think I'm gonna save this.
Good call.
I think we can handle whatever's here.
She is gonna go back to her car, to the trunk. I imagine she's pulled up pretty close to where the Dodge is, and she's gonna get the shotgun out,
He's
and
like
she's also
parked.
gonna.
Yeah.
She's also gonna strap her nightstick to her side, so she has a
Right.
big gun
He,
and a little stick.
yeah, he's got sort of like the dual pistol sort of setup going, and with them in sort of holsters, side holsters.
Tommy,
he
I've
sort
been
of
playing
throws
like
on
cowboys. Why you gotta come at me with Army Hammer with like dual pistols? What is this? I ain't coming to be
He
targeted
throws
like
on
this.
he sort of throws on an athletic jacket over top, and so that they're not completely out in the open. He straps a knife to one leg. He said, "Do you want to take point?"
Your intel.
Your big gun.
It's better you're in front of me then.
All right. He crosses the road to head over to the warehouse. It's got one of those sliding sort of large, sheet metal doors that has a chain wrapped around it. How loud do we want to make this?
Think start quiet, end loud.
Okay.
Insert joke.
He pulls out his gun. He pulls out a silencer. Twists it on. You may want to step back as he sort of aims at the lock.
She'll step to the side, body flat against the building, kind of taking in the surrounding areas in case there's a spotter that they haven't spotted.
He shoots the lock. There's a sharp ping. It's not. There's a sort of this sharp, psh, just this sound as the gun fires, and then a sharp ping as it hits the lock. Not a loud ping, just a sharp, quick one. And he quickly grabs it before it falls and pulls the chain off. And he looks at you. Right. We go on 3. I'm going to pull open the door. Or he doesn't say anything to you at this point. He probably starts making hand motions, sort of cutting the pie, as they say.
On 3. Preach and clear.
1. He holds up his fingers. And he just ever so slightly opens it wide enough to dip inside.
Cassie's gonna check behind, and then she's gonna drop down to change her level, because if anyone has been waiting for them to come in, if anyone's got spooky senses and they're waiting, they're gonna be looking for someone at eye level, so she's gonna drop down. Still chance she'll get hit, but she's gonna drop down.
Okay.
Until she can see what's going on inside.
You look inside, and it is pitch dark inside at the moment. Except for the sliver of light being let, like of moonlight being let in by the crack that Nathan has opened.
If she listens, can she hear anything that indicates there's machinery on or people talking, just anything along those lines? Anything that says, hey, there's people here.
Yeah, why don't you make me Hey, this feels like an instinct kind of thing, so why don't you make me a
Mhm.
blood roll?
Blood roll.
Yeah,
10.
use whatever skill you want. 10. It's dead silent.
Cassie is gonna get her phone out. She's gonna flick the torch on, and she's gonna perch it kind of on top of the shotgun. It's a little bit awkward, because shotgun really is a two-handed kind of a weapon. But she wants to get a look at what's going on in here.
All right. It's a large warehouse, and you see the pillars every now and then. You see some old machinery. This looks like storage. It was used for storage at one point. There's some old tractors here. There's quite a bit of dust on the coverings. And you can see Nathan sort of looking around just to the side of the door. And he motions you to follow him in.
She nods and follows, her eyes on that blood on the floor. She's trying to be careful with the angle on the torch, so it's not just gonna be like straight out. She's trying to aim it down just enough that you can see like 10 feet maybe max ahead.
You enter, and Nathan motions for you to follow him as he begins to sweep the warehouse. There are tractors. There are these giant wooden spools that perhaps were used for some sort of cabling at one point. There are just all sorts of what seems like farming equipment at one point, perhaps used, but seemingly unused for a long time.
She draws closer to Nathan and under her breath says, "This ain't somewhere you keep bodies. They're keeping stuff like that here. It's gotta be in a fridge. Somewhere cold. We need to find a door."
Yeah. And he's going to motion that he's going to go one direction. And motions for you to sort of go down the other side.
She agrees.
All right. You begin searching through these rows of just stuff, looking for some sort of door, looking for some sort of hidden compartment. And you sort of get to the end of your row. And as you look around, with that 10, you realize well, not an obvious sign. It doesn't seem like anyone's passed. There's no signs of anyone traversing through here recently.
I think Cassie is beginning to get anxious. This is beginning to feel like a setup. She's come somewhere and with someone that she does trust, but I'm just side-eyeing Josh down in that corner right now so hard. Yeah, this is starting to feel like there's something wrong, right? This isn't an appropriate kind of warehouse. There's something shady going on. And she's starting to get kind of nervous. But no, you're not Josh. You're Tommy. Tommy, I have a move which oh no. No, that's more for an aggressive if I'm already doing something. I was really hoping it was going to help me, like, look in this place, but it really doesn't.
What were you trying to do exactly?
Okay, so I've got a move called Slayer, but essentially when you keep your cool while on a hunt, you roll with blood instead of spirit, but that's more like when I'm getting attacked, I would guess. Than when I'm looking for things.
I'd actually like you to roll keep your cool right now.
Oh, can I roll it with blood instead of spirit?
Yeah, you can, because you are currently on a hunt.
Alright, I'm just going to hit Unleash, because it's the same thing. 6. I would like to use one of my many, many rerolls, please. Thank you so much, Celeste. 5 of them. Here we go. 11. I'll take it. I'll take
11.
it. 11.
All right. I'm going to use my last critical one here to drop you to a partial success.
Okay.
As you hear the sound of a gun being cocked a few inches behind you, I'm going to need you to drop your weapon, Cassie. You hear Nathan's voice from behind you.
This thing's an antique. And she's going to slowly lower her body towards the ground, the gun kind of out. And then I want to spin around and butt him in the chest with it, because fuck this guy.
Okay. You are going to take 2 harm.
No. No shooty. No shooty.
Because I dropped you down to a partial success. As he fires the moment you start spinning around. And luckily you're able to avoid a direct point-blank shot to the head and instead get grazed sort of across the side of your head. What would you like to do?
Hey, he shot me. I'm going to shoot him. So she turns around with the butt to hit him, and he shoots, and I think it, like, grazes her arm, and she'll flip the gun over in her hand, so it's now facing the other way, and it'll just be, like, pump action, and she's going to shoot him. Okay.
Unleash an attack.
She's not being ambushed. Fuck this bitch. Nah, I'm not having it. I'm angry. Unleash an attack. Sorry. I got murdered by someone last night on a game. I'm angry. I'm gonna reroll that. I'm going fishing. Nope. 2, 3. Take that one. 13. I did 3 rerolls. I'll update my thing.
So you did 3
I've got so many rerolls, Tommy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that is a good time. All right. So now, when you unleash an attack, roll with blood. On a hit, you inflict harm as established and choose one. Would you like to inflict terrible harm or take something from them?
I want to take something from them. I want him to reflexively drop his weapon.
Okay.
As I imagine he's hit by this, like, concussive force of a shotgun blast, he's going to try and protect himself, and he's going to drop the weapon. I think it's a little bit squiffy if I disarm him, since I have a 2-handed weapon, but I think he can drop his weapon.
Okay. Right. You shoot him.
Stats on my gun?
Point blank, no. No, I don't want the stats on your gun. And you shoot him, and he drops his gun because he drops to the ground as you just unloaded a double-barrel shotgun at point blank into him. That would straight up kill him. And you know he's not wearing any body armor. There's no way he was able to wear body armor with a buttoned-up t-shirt that tight.
She's gonna kneel down and remove his secondary weapon.
Hey, can I have you, can I have you, escape a situation for me, please?
Yeah, sure. I can do that. 12. I can do that.
Wow. So you are... Okay, so... on a hit, you get away. On a 10 plus, choose one. So you can suffer harm during your escape. You end up in another dangerous situation. You leave something important behind. You owe someone a debt for your escape, or you give in to your base nature and mark corruption.
Ooh, that's really interesting.
As Nathan somehow, like, as soon as you reach down to try and remove his weapons, you see his hand shoot for his knife on the side and try and knife you in the side.
Alright, so this is what I'm going to say happens. I'm going to take corruption.
Mhm.
And she sees that hand go for the knife, and she's going to pull that trigger again. No aiming, it's messy. She's just got one hand on her gun still, and she's just going to pull it.
Here's the question.
She can take harm in addition.
Here's
if
the
you want,
question.
Tommy.
Here's the question.
Mhm.
Did you reload before going to before you went to unholster his weapons?
What's the
Because this is
two-shot,
an antique
right?
shotgun.
Okay, fair. Fair. If it's not a
Did-
two-shot,
did you
shotgun, that's
unload?
fine. I didn't realize.
I mean, it's a double barrel shotgun.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Did you? Yeah.
No, she didn't. I didn't say she did, so she didn't.
Okay. So, what do? You realize your gun is not loaded at the moment.
Okay, so you hear the click, and she's like, "Fuck!" She's gonna,
Yeah.
I think, move, and she's gonna try and take control of that knife. She'll try and
Okay.
go for that. She can't do anything else.
Okay. All right.
She's got one
You
hand.
manage to avoid getting stabbed in this moment. Like, you go to click and you realize that it's not reloaded, and so you go to bat away and try to grab his knife, and you're able to avoid getting hit at this moment. What do you do?
So she starts out with that one hand on the knife. You hit the click of the gun, and the gun doesn't work. She has to drop it, or it just kind of falls away as the other hand comes up, and it's that slow, painful wrenching as she's trying to turn this knife away, and she's gritting her teeth, and she just is demanding why, and slowly the knife is turning, and it's cutting into his skin in his arm. And she just is going to keep pushing. There's going to be like no quick action to this. She's going to keep doing it. She knows what she's doing until one of them gives up. And she's got her money on herself.
As you shout at him why, he says, "You were too close, Cassie. You can't live. The world needs to know. The world needs to see. Everyone needs to see the world as it truly is."
That makes no sense. And I imagine still struggling because I like a long death scene. Like this fight is still going. They're having a great chat in the middle of it.
You could be on our side, Cassie. We're gonna tear down the facade that those creatures use to trick all the other mortals, keep them ignorant like sheep.
Whose side? And at this point, the knife goes like deep into him as she's like forced it around.
The side of humanity, of course.
And that's why she's corrupt, because she just stabbed someone on the right side. Tommy, I'd like to add a truth to this scene.
Okay.
The truth I'd like to add is as Cassie stabs her once friend to death, having shot him, hearing that maybe he's on the right side, she looks up and there is someone else here. There is a witness to what she just did.
Do you want to name the witness, or do you want me to name the witness? And do you have any particulars for the witness?
I think the only particular I will add is that this will make Cassie's situation worse. That's the only, like, the flavor to the truth I will give you, but you can choose what it is.
Okay. All right. I would like you to roll with blood to see who wins this contest of strength between you and Nathan.
roll up my sleeves. Oop. 13.
Jeez.
This is my best stat, by the way. This is the only thing she's made
Do
to
you do the Saving Private Ryan slow knife into him as you turn it?
I think he fights her the whole way. I think, and she has to keep
he's
pushing.
definitely fighting you the whole way. And
slowly,
slowly. And he starts, Cassie, I'm doing this for humanity. They can't keep... As you slowly bury the knife in his side. Hey, Cassie, can I have you roll escape a situation again?
Yeah, you can. Sure can. Escape. Miss.
Would you like to use a reroll?
Nah, it feels kind of scummy to make myself succeed every single one of these.
I mean, you have 3, might as well. Okay, all right, okay.
You want me to fish, Tommy? I can go fishing.
And that's up to you. It's up to you. It's entirely up to you. If you want to fail this, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, no, I'll fail this one.
Okay. Sorry, I just need to check something real quick. All right. Please take 1 harm.
All right.
As you feel something blunt and heavy hit you on your back, and you hear a shriek, "Get the fuck off of my brother."
Does he have an equally hot twin? Because I'm down. I mean, what? Focusing.
Yes, 2 hasn't been around since a few hasn't been around for a few episodes, ever since Juniper picked them up in her Uber a while back. But yes, 1 Scarlet Hochel has shown up.
All right, so Tommy,
As you
I'm
take
on
some sort of blunt.
3.
Yep.
3 harm
Mhm.
right now, so that puts me up to full grievous,
Yep.
right? Is that how that works?
Yep. Yeah, you should be on a grievous room now. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. So she gets
All right,
smashed
what do
in
you
the
do?
back of the head. She staggers
Mhm.
forwards. And I think she rolls over in pain, like gripping her head because she hadn't been expecting it. And she's going to stare up at this person.
You see this woman who was very well put together a few seconds ago, wearing sort of just like this sort of black blouse tucked into some dark blue jeans. And she has got sort of this dirty blonde hair, which has sort of fallen across, that probably was very well sort of manicured at one point, but it's sort of fallen over. And she's got sort of this metal like rebar that she's just whacked you with. She obviously didn't have a ton of strength behind it. You've definitely been hit by harder.
I mean,
but
it's still gonna hurt.
hurts, and your head is yeah, it's still gonna hurt. Your head is ringing. You're definitely bleeding. You've probably got a concussion. Like, you're probably gonna have a pretty serious concussion. And she's standing there, and she's like looking at horror at this the brutalized body of her twin brother, because he does have the shotgun wounds, which were slowly starting to heal. But then you knifed him, and he is most certainly dying at this point.
And my shotgun is silvered as well. Just doesn't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
I'm not the one. You need to stop.
No, you are the one we need to stop. He needs to finish his work. The veil needs to be torn apart so that the world can really see what's going on here. You're not gonna get in the way.
I'm gonna snatch up Bro's dropped handgun and shoot her in the head. That's my intention.
Okay. All right. Please roll Unleash an Attack.
I'm not here to be murdered. 10.
Oh my god, Jesus.
I have to roll really low to fail these.
Fire. And even through your concussion, you're trained You've fought through worse. And your aim is true, and you shoot her in her head, and she topples over backwards, lifeless.
I'm gonna rifle through Army's stuff, Nathan's stuff. I want to find his keys to his Dodge, and I'm gonna steal his Dodge and go back to town. His car's faster than mine.
You find his keys, and you find his phone.
Oh, I'm leaving his phone here. They can come find him. I'm not bringing his phone with me.
Okay. All right. You find his
If
keys.
I quickly check her, is there anything interesting on her body?
She's also got a phone.
Mm-hmm.
Which is buzzing at this moment. There's a phone call coming through.
Who's on the phone?
There's no name.
She's just gonna let it ring. She's gonna tuck it back into its pocket. She will lay her shotgun down here so it looks like they shot each other. And she's gonna bounce.
Okay. You grab the keys to the Dodge Charger. You probably limp out to the
oh yeah, like
not limp,
head
you
is in
stagger,
grip.
you
She's
stagger
like
out.
looking if there's like a third person around here. Her nightstick is in hand because she just abandoned her main weapon.
Right. And you're heading back.
Oh, I want to
Octo.
stop in the trunk of my
Oh,
car
go
and pick up my last gun. That's it. I just want to make sure I get my gun out
Yep.
the back of my
Yeah.
car. That's it.
Yep,
All my
yep.
weapons done.
Octo, you arrive at this scene of this crowd gathering on the back of Tom Cruise's Ducati. It's been a bit of a harrowing ride. Definitely over the speed limit. Definitely were some wheelies. And you see the crowd
It's
gathering.
cool, man. It's cool. He just kind of leans close, like squeezing Tom Cruise a little too tightly, probably out of instinct after that ride. And he just sort of like leans over his shoulder and he says, "Hey, man, before I do what I gotta do, I want to ask you something because you're something of an expert on this. Yeah. What do Scientologists say about redemption? About the idea that no matter what we've done in our lives or maybe our previous lives, that there's still a chance that we can make things right. What do you say?"
We've talked about rebuilding yourself, dude. I think everyone can rebuild themselves. I think everyone can right their wrongs. God knows I wouldn't be here if I couldn't do that.
You really believe that?
Have you heard about
Even me?
Scientology, dude? Yeah, dude. Even you. I don't know what you've done wrong, but I don't. It can't be that bad. Have you heard about Scientology,
man,
though, dude?
Yeah, dude, I heard about Scientology. Hey, I don't want you to take this the wrong way. Thank you. It's just not for me, man. But I respect the hell out of you. Right? Interview with a vampire, man. That was some real shit.
Yeah, that was some pretty real shit.
And, tonight, I don't think I can climb to your heights or anything, man. You're one of a kind. But I'm gonna do my best. He kind of hugs him from behind on the motorcycle while they're parked.
Mm-hmm. Are you trying to do something here, Octo?
Yeah, Tommy, would you say that Tom Cruise has shared a moment of intimacy with me and reciprocated either physically or emotionally something that is true?
Yeah, I would say yeah. No, I would say this is a moment of intimacy that Octo has shared with Tom Cruise. Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's go
Tommy,
with it.
I'm gonna mark my redemption track, and that's gonna allow me to rewrite an instinct.
Yep. Yeah. Yep.
And
Yeah.
I'm going to change my instinct to labor in silence, and I'm going to change it to speak the truth.
Okay.
So he gives him a hug, and he's been thinking about this the entire ride over, and he hops off the back of the bike, and he goes to look for Joe amidst the crowd.
Okay. Joe, you get a phone call.
Looking out my back
Unknown
door.
caller.
Go for Joe Rebane. Rebane Productions.
Hello, Joe.
Hi. Is this God?
Something like that. I'm the-
It's like, who is this? Is it really, though?
Person Auden answers to.
Oh? Fun. How can I help you today?
There is going to be a lunar eclipse in about 15 minutes. I'm going to need you to start shooting that scene you were planning on shooting at that time.
That's funny, because I got 2 or 3 dozen werewolves standing around smoking Marlboros. So I'm probably okay. Sure. And who? What's your name?
You can call me management.
Management. Hi, management. Okay. Well, we were planning on doing that anyway. Thanks for the heads up. Thanks for the weather heads up there.
The clock's ticking, Joe, unless you want literal hell on Earth.
Well,
And
I don't
this
want-
line goes dead.
literal hell on. I wanted help on Earth, not hell on Earth. Okay. I just put my phone back in my pocket and just kind of look. I've walked back out into kind of where everybody is, and I look over at what the werewolves are doing.
They all see there's quite a commotion going on as Tom Cruise has arrived at the shooting location.
Oh shit. All right, before we do anything, he pops his phone back out and calls Ida. Ida June, pick up the fucking phone. Ida June.
The line remains silent.
Fuck. Okay. Can I leave a voicemail?
Yeah, you can leave a voicemail. Unless Audin's done something to Ida's phone.
He hasn't. No, he hasn't. The phone is still there.
Okay.
I'm making my preparations for something.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Ida, Joe Urbane, listen, I need my spiritual advisor on set on the ASAP. We've got some Hollywood star power kind of pulling up on a motorcycle with our friend here, and word on the street is an eclipse is going to happen here in just a few minutes, and we're going to try and have it happen during the take. You know, you got that whole vestibule hell thing, and then you got the eclipse. Problem is, I'm standing around with like 3 dozen werewolves, and I was wondering if you were available or where you are. So just call me back just as soon as you can. Okay, bye-bye. All right, and I like kind of all right, and he walks up to the commotion. Hey!
Octo, you see Joe coming from an alleyway.
Oh, hey Joe. Before we get started, you mind if we chat for a minute?
Hey, absolutely. So glad you're here. All right, everybody, the talent is on set, so here we go. Let's start warming up. We can start unloading the half ton there. That'd be great. What's up? How's it? Come over here. What's up? How's it going?
Bro, are you feeling good? Like, do you feel good about tonight? How are you feeling?
I'm a little lightheaded. I've got some, my fingertips are kind of tingly, my toes are kind of tingly, but I'm on a pretty strict drug regimen, kind of keep my mind limber, kind of keep things fluid. So I'm feeling pretty good about it. Yeah, I can't get a hold of Ida. I'd like for her to be. Sorry, go ahead. What?
Well, I'm sure she's around here somewhere, man.
How are you?
Hey,
How are you? Are you okay? Are you ready?
I don't know, dude. Something's happening to me, and I don't know how to describe it yet. But I want to do something big. It's all I've ever wanted to do with you is create something that means something that's true. And I've been thinking about this story we're trying to tell, what it means, because the book is heavy, man, and your treatment of it, there's so many layers, and I've been trying to wrap my head around it. And Joe, I think I finally get it. I think I get what you're looking for.
You're gonna be amazing. You're going to be amazing. You can do this. You are doing this.
Do you believe in the power of improv, man? Feeling it in the moment, making it happen, not planned, but true, really true.
Yes, I do.
That's why I had all these people come here tonight, because I know we were supposed to shoot hell tomorrow, man, but I think hell's happening right now, and
It is. You remember when we watched Casablanca? Remember when you and I we stayed up late watching Casablanca? Remember the part where they all start singing the French national anthem, and they're singing louder than the Germans, and you can see people crying in the background? That's because the war was going on, and they had real refugees on set, and there was something real happening in that scene. We are about to have something very real happen right now, and you're going to be right in the middle of it. And I believe in you. I believe in your talent.
I didn't know that while we were watching it.
It's rare that something real happens on screen and in cinema. And we have that opportunity tonight. Look, I got a phone call. There's going to be an eclipse in just a little bit. And we're going to try and get the scene going and time it so that this eclipse happens right as about 3 dozen werewolves are standing around glaring at you, and you enter the gates of hell reluctantly with Virgil. This is powerful stuff. This is going to be amazing.
Yeah. 3 dozen werewolves, 2 vampires, you and me. That's the truth, man.
It is. You're okay though. Do you need anything from me?
I wanna say something to the extras. I want to say something to them, and then we'll wait until you say it's time, and then we'll make hell real.
You're damn right. Now remember that these werewolves, they're playing the specters and shades of lost souls who refuse to pursue the afterlife. They refuse, for their own reasons, to take the next step, to find out, to face their own fears. And Virgil in this scene forces you to confront that, and you enter the gates of hell. So remember, you don't look at them with pity. You look at them like you might be one of them. And then you're pulled from that. Okay? So that's your motivation.
I am one of them, Joe.
We all are, dude. I am too.
Hey, dude. Thank you for this opportunity. I never thought anybody would give me this sort of opportunity. So thank you.
Fuck yeah, brother. Making movies. Do you want to run lines, or do you think you know it?
No, man. There's no lines for this scene.
Okay. Oh, well, okay. I'm all right. There are, but if you're going to improv something special, that's just how we'll play it. So I
didn't read that page. Sorry, that was tomorrow. I'm sorry, man. Tell me my lines. I'll remember. I can remember them.
No, I trust you. I trust your instincts.
Okay.
We're gonna say action, and what happens. Gates of hell. You and Virgil going. All right. Are you good? I'm gonna start shouting at people.
Yeah, I'm good. I just want to tell him something before we start.
Okay. All right, come here. I'm gonna give you a hug. Come here. You're gonna need this. I love you. All right. Hey everybody, let's circle up here real quick. We're excited. We're smiling. We're at the gates of hell. Let's go ahead and get this together really quick. We're gonna have a quick little powwow, and then we're gonna shoot this scene. Okay? Octo's got something he wants to say, and then we are just gonna get right into it while we finish lighting and get that camera set up. So, you want to talk? Show. The floor is yours. The floor is yours, my friend.
Yeah, man. Thanks. Thank you. And he looks around, and they're kind of gathered around outside of this gigantic skyscraper, and he goes to stand up on the hood of a car so he can kind of look out and they can all see him. You can hear the crunch of the metal against his feet because he's a lot heavier than he looks. And he takes a second to sort of find his breath and to find his voice. And he slides off his glasses to look out over the crowd. Thank you all for being here tonight. I want to say something about hell, because that's the story we're telling tonight. Hell is a place that exists within our minds, and we created it. We made it thousands of years ago.
We made it when we gave the power that were our communities, our connections to each other, away to people who decided that they could dole us out. Power, responsibility, money. They, over time, have took and took and took, and they've turned us against each other. Werewolves, and he points to the gang of werewolves, and vampires, and he points to Tom Cruise. And they've made us think that we were each other's enemy, but there's only ever been one enemy, and those are the people at the top of that tower. They've been building that tower for thousands of years. And we have to decide for ourselves when we shoot tonight, when we tell our story tonight, what is hell? Is hell a place that we're getting sucked into slowly because we can't act, because we can't do anything to better our lives? Or hell, is that what we're bringing to them up there? Because for thousands of years we've been waiting, and we've been at the bottom. And right now, tonight, all of us here, when we shoot this scene, it's not a movie, it's a documentary. And it's a documentary of all of us together toppling that tower and changing the world. And I want to know that when the eclipse happens, when everything starts, you're going to be with me, and we're going to be bringing hell to them. Thank you for your time.
And cut. All right. Yes.
Fuck yeah!
Yes.
Octoman!
Yeah.
That's my friend right there.
Woo!
I'm Tom Cruise, and that's my friend right there. And Tom Cruise is like he's on top of Auden's Rolls Royce right now, just like being Tom Cruise. And he's just like, fuck yeah! That's what acting's about.
I was rolling on that. Were you rolling on that? Did we get that? All right. That was amazing. Here we go. We're gonna use it. We're gonna use it.
All right.
Is this where I come in, darling? Says Tatiana, who pops up next to you, Joe.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, you Batman me. Hey. All right. Our lead actress is on set. Magic is about to happen. Here we go. Let's go ahead and get the extras on the outside. We're going to comp in the gate, the vestibule, right here. So that's just going to be a CG element. That's just going to be kind of right here. So just picture this giant old gate with "Abandon hope, all ye who enter here," inscribed across the top, okay? All right. So
everyone gets into place.
All right, you're gonna. So I gather Octo and Joe, and I really quick to say to Tom Cruise, "Hey, listen, Mr. Cruise, such a pleasure to be working with you.
Call me Tom. Mr. Cruise is my father."
Tom, of course, Tom. Amazing. So listen, Phlegius is actually in the next setup. So this is where they're actually going into the gates. And then when they get on the other side of the gates, that's when they confront Phlegius, and you're going to do this thing with your hood where you reveal your face, okay? So your mark is over there on the other side of where the gate is going to be, and Virgil and Octo, playing Ed, are going to start here, okay? All right,
let's do this. He punches you in the arm. Let's fucking do this.
All right. Boy, he works out. Okay. All right. Listen, exciting stuff, everybody. Here we go. We're going to do a take, and I look up at the sky. What is the moon doing?
The eclipse is starting.
Okay. All right. I'm like sweating. Like Joe, who may or may not. Joe is sweating, and he's got the clammy hands. You know, he got sweaty, cold hands. He rubs on his pants. All right. Okay. Amazing. Cinema history. Here we go. And action.
Octo freezes for a second. He doesn't move. And then he steps down off the car, and he looks at Joe and swallows. You can see a couple of tears like in the corner of his eyes welling up. And then he stomps towards like a lamppost on the corner of the street. And he takes a breath and he growls. And he attempts to rip that lamppost out of the ground. And his intention is to start smashing it into the columns of the building. His intention is to bring the tower down, and he's hoping that all of the extras will see him do this and that they will join in.
Okay, this is a smash your way through the scene roll.
To tear it down. That's correct.
Tear it down. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's roll it. Yep.
What he wants is to bring Auden Tower down to the ground on camera.
Okay, we'll talk about that. Yeah, yeah, we'll talk about that. You are able to rip out the lamppost. And there is just shock and awe, but a lot of them, probably end up chalking it to a pre-set up, Hollywood media magic thing. And you walk it over, and what do you do?
Yeah, so maybe that's what they think at first, but he gets caught a little bit. He sets the broken lamppost down for a second and leans against his shoulder, and he tears off his shirt. And as he does, 8 more arms break out of his abdomen. They split his skin open. You can see his rib cage. You can see faces of other individuals that are part of him, that are inside of him, literally inside of him, through the rib cages, and their arms reaching out, and all of those arms grab onto this lamppost and lift it up even higher. And when he stomps over, he lets out a scream, and it's not one scream, it's 8 screams, and he begins smashing this lamppost into the column again and again and again, just hoping that he's not alone.
The people join you, though none of them ripping lampposts out of the ground. Some of them taking very large, trash cans and other things that are laying about that are a bit easier to pick up, and they start smashing it. There's a sudden shatter as one of the windows is broken, and that sort of almost lets loose everyone else starting to chuck stuff through windows. There's the fire alarm starts going off. The moon is nearly covered. The sprinklers start going off and people start joining in. And there is suddenly a rumble coming from beneath you as the ground begins to roll. Do you continue to shoot? Do you continue to wail on this building?
Absolutely.
All right, I would like Joe and Octo to both give me let it out rolls.
This is some crazy shit, y'all. Let's see here. Let's see. All right, hold on. I'm letting it out. Wait, I'm letting it out?
Don, you have some rerolls. Fail so you can use them. Wait. Can you guys please? Just the number of full successes tonight has been astounding. You weather this earthquake that shakes, and there's such a fervor created by Octo, by this moment of just magic, both literal and figurative cinema magic being created at this moment, that even the extras, the crew, they're all just entranced by this performance. and you continue to wail on it. The tower does not come down as the waves continue to roll. This is a very well-built skyscraper. But pieces of it are starting to crumble off in this as you rail on it. You know, pieces of the frame, outer framework begin to crumble off. And there is very clearly, you can now see a fire that has started and has started burning the inside of Eden Tower, and that fire is spreading and growing, and that will most surely do plenty of damage to it. As the rumbles begin to subside, not seemingly having reached their peak, and the building begins to burn. Joe, your phone begins to ring.
My phone begins to ring.
Mm-hmm.
I wave my AC over and tell him, just keep rolling. Don't cut. Do not cut. And I'm looking at this burning building and looking at who's calling me. Can I tell? What's the caller ID say?
Unknown.
I'm looking at my phone and I'm looking at it and I look up at the building. Lost are we, and are only so far punished, that without hope, we live on in desire. Go for Joe Rebane.
Good job. You've bought yourself some time.
Hey, you like that, huh? That's not bad.
The line goes dead.
That's the real thing. Hello? Okay. Okay. Are they still smashing and burning? Is it good to call cut or
He's still smashing.
Okay. All right, hey, cut. Let's cut. Let's go ahead and cut camera. Hey, all right. Very nice. Unreal. What are the werewolves doing?
They are following Octo's lead.
Okay. I'm gonna jog up to Octo. Hey,
He's probably 8 arms back. Yeah.
Hi.
What's up,
Yes. Listen, don't lose your momentum. I'm going to come in for a single on you and the arms. So just hold tight right there. Keep your energy. We're just going to come on in and get a little coverage, and then we're going to wrap, okay?
Yeah, I got some more in me.
Good. All right. Y'all are coming around over here. This is a medium. And second unit, this is a tight single on his face. Here we go. I really want to see it. I want you to get in there. Okay, here we go. Werewolves, we're going to do it again. We're smashing and action.
He swings again.
And I think on that sort of note, on the call of action, we move away from the scene as police sirens begin to flare in the background. Auden, what have you been doing during this time?
Tidying up. Ida lays slumped against an alleyway with defensive wounds. Her rib cage opened up, her liver missing. And I, on a burner phone, call Hector and tell him I need to meet with him to take care of something. I give him where I am. I go, once that's taken care of, I hear, I presume, sirens. Can I see Eden Tower burning in the distance? Or starting to burn?
Yeah, you can see it. Yeah, you can see it starting to burn in the distance.
I smile. And I call management.
Okay.
And when they pick up, I say, it's done. The movie will cover for all of the incidents around the city just as planned. All the incidents are being swept up, and the last victim has just been discovered. It's time to cash in on the insurance on the movie and pull the plug. After all, I told him I'd make him a classic. A cult classic. Not that I'd actually finished the movie. And I then pick up Ida's phone, dial 911, leave it on the ringer on the floor next to her body, and I call off of my burner phone 911 and say, "Hello? There's a man. He just killed someone. I'm at," and I give the address. I get in the car. I pull the car out. And I give them Hector's description as the murderer. And I drive my way away, tidying up one last loose end.
All right. And I think that is where the scenes for this main story end. And we cut to the epilogue. The movie comes under quite a bit of, what's the word? Scandal, given its relation to the vandalism and destruction of Eden Tower. It ends up incurring more losses than it makes, but it does gain this cult following around the incidences. Of course, the movie was insured, so those who had it insured got the payout for it. Hey, Joe, can you just give me a blood roll here? Anything under blood.
So anything under blood. Okay.
All right. Would you like to re-roll?
Sure. It's the end of the game.
It's up to you. All right.
I'll take a 7.
Joe Verbain suffers a serious heart attack during this whole situation and is hospitalized for a good while. And the movie is undeniably not a commercial success. There's a funeral a week later for one Ida June, who attends.
I will.
Oh, I'm going with a cane. I want a cane.
Yep. Does Cassie go?
She is not there.
Okay. The funeral it's probably not a big funeral, I imagine. What do you think? No, I don't think so. It's not very big. But Ursula makes a showing.
I approach Ursula, and as I do so, I offer her my condolences for her protege. And I say, the night she went to meet with you, she called me afterwards. She said that you needed something handled. How long have we been friends, Ursula?
What is it? 30 years now?
I'm glad you brought this to my attention, whatever it was. But whatever it is, with everything that's happened, we can discuss it tomorrow. I just want you to know that she was the spit of you. She had your talent. You did everything you could. And I know you are in a difficult situation now. But together we can make it through this. Friends?
She smiles at you and slowly extends her arm. Always. Your place or mine tomorrow.
Mine is undergoing renovations, so why don't we make it yours?
Oh, that's right. How unfortunate. I did hear about that.
Yes. However, I'm sure the insurance will cover the damage from the vandals, and I've decided not to press charges against, well, those who got out of hand. It was an emotional time for everyone.
Indeed.
And
You are quite magnanimous.
I really should be getting going. I'll see you soon, Ursula.
I'll see you soon as well. And we fade to later. And Auden, the funeral has ended. Everyone is left.
I've headed back to my, closed casket and just an event, given the nature of all of it. And I would have made sure that she had the finest casket and everything like that. Pictures of her before she went under, because obviously the body wasn't viewable. And I'll head back to my apartment, my private apartment. And I come in and I stand over the box that is now among my collections. Just a simple pine box. And I walk over to it, take a crowbar, and pry open and look at Ida's body within. And for a moment, everything goes black for Auden. And he is standing in an endless expanse of darkness in all directions with some kind of water on the floor. And he is going to speak to Ida beyond the grave. Same as he did before. He is looking at her. Both of them are in a featureless expanse of the abyss.
she's just staring at you with a look. It's the same eyes as when she died, the same tears. But there's something else about the rest of her face, a very familiar face that you know, that is just like, I cannot fucking believe you.
He chuckles. I thought you were supposed to see these things coming, Ida.
Funny thing is, I think I did. I think I knew it the whole time.
And yet you still trusted me.
I was trying to change the narrative of the story. I was trying to change what I saw over and over again. I was trying to outrun it.
Time to stop running, Ida.
Yep.
So, I made a deal. I told you I made a deal with Cassie. Get you out of Ursula's life. I don't go back on my deals. You're out of Ursula's life. But now, Ursula's lost her touch. You know it and I know it, so. He pulls out of the darkness for a moment, stands over her corpse, and I'm going to use and activate my intimacy move because she shook my hand in the rolls, and I push her ribs back together, reach inside, grab her heart, and squeeze it. Once, twice, 3 times, until it's doing it on its own. And I resurrect her, using my final intimacy move, and bring her back. Hello, Ida.
What the fuck, Auden?
And I hand her a small phone, which is a burner phone, and I will help her walk over towards the windows, letting her adjust to the light. I asked you if you'd take the job. I told Cassie that I'd get you out of Ursula's life, so you came to me in an emotional state. You oracles, you don't see so well when you're emotional. You missed it. But she was mourning you. So she missed it. Left her office for the first time in God knows how long. So when you're ready, dial this number. And then take these. And I get 2 opening moves a session. One of them was Revenge. My other opening move that I select is Alias. Declare a new identity. Your true name and identity are masked to anyone who knew them and cannot be uncovered without your permission. Set aside any debts held against you. They are void until you reveal yourself. And I hand over deeds that say that Ida is Ursula, that they are one and the same. Press call.
And I think
I do. Yeah.
And I think as you press call, that is where we draw this to a close. Oh, man, that session definitely didn't go the way that I thought it was gonna go, but holy cow, was that good. Oh my god. That was amazing. A round of applause for everyone here. Oh my gosh. And scene, I guess. That's what I would say. That is the end of our show, I guess, for this season and this series. That was a lot of fun. So much fun. Such an amazing casting crew to run it for here. Thank you all so much for making this such an amazing story to tell together. I had so much fun. Why don't we go around, everyone, and for the last time, let us know what you're doing and where we can find you. Why don't we start with the man bringing people back from dead, Josh?
I have sent Tommy so many schemes since this game begun. He is the most patient man I've ever met, and thank you so much, Tommy. From me secretly feeding Joe's craziness and his rewrites to the press to sabotage the movie that I am ensuring, to hiring Octo to make him part of the movie in a sort of revenge plot for something he did in character creation, to playing like jousting with and fencing with Cassie and drawing swords, to realizing that that I could do that. That's why I was like, shake my hand. I need you to shake my hand. If you want out of Ursula's life, there's only one way I can do this cleanly-ish. Is that clean? I don't know if that's what I call clean, but it was a thing. I'm really glad not to be Auden anymore. Honestly, I'm starting to friends are starting to message me things like they're concerned for me. Like, I'm a nice guy in real life. My name is Joshua. You can find me online at roleplayers_TV, where I do things, and I'm a lot nicer to people, and I'm not an evil bastard. And Tommy, thank you so much for letting me just be an evil son of a bitch throughout this entire campaign, and pull strings, and yeah, you're a monster, but you're our monster, and this was beautiful. And Tom Cruise, oh my god, Tom Cruise was so motivating. Everyone since character creation has been waiting for Tom Cruise when we joked about it. Oh, it's been a whole thing. That's me. That's me. I'm done.
Yes. All right, and I'm so glad we got to bring Tom Cruise into this as well. Oh, and on the other side of the coin, the person being brought back to life, Ray.
Yo, what the fuck? Oh god, I love this crew. I love this story. Y'all. I'm just so filled with great emotion. This has been so much fun to do yet again with a crew just like this, telling another story. Wow. Thank you for letting me be a part of this. From everybody here, literally everybody. It's just been, wow, I'm filled with many emotions. But no, everything about this season has been really cool. Trying to play someone who knew what they were doing and trying to navigate that while also being an emotionally suppressive person ended up coming to bite them in the ass at the end, just like Auden had said, and I really, really loved how that came kind of full circle for Ida's character. But wow, this has just been great. My name's Ray. I'm at With a Brick. I am a variety streamer and role player. I do things on the internet. Follow me there to let you know what I do. I'm just at a loss for words. This was just so much fun.
Awesome. And the man with the soliloquies, the emotional Dawn. I've got no words other than that. Like, I just
no, obviously me neither. Yeah. I loved this game. I love playing with these people. We've gotten to play 2 games this year with this crew, and they're just all phenomenal people. So please go check out everything else that they're doing. Everything they do is great, and it's a joy to get to be a part of it. I think when we first started this game, I thought my schedule was only going to allow me to play like maybe 2 or 3 sessions. So I came up with the idea with Octo, and I was like, this is way too much backstory for for somebody who's only going to be around for a couple of episodes. And I didn't anticipate much, and I came to really love playing this character and seeing everybody else's stories, how they all intersect, which is speaks volumes to Urban Shadows, which is just a great game. There's so much connectivity packed into it, which you saw play out here. A lot of the really meaningful stuff that happened, the best moments of the game, they were driven by the mechanics of the game, and that speaks to the game and how great of a game it is. But also to all these people, and I love playing Octo. I really cannot state how grateful I am to have that opportunity, and I want to thank everybody who's watched us and hung out with us while we're playing through this weird LA story. I do want to use my truth, Tommy. I have a truth, and I would like to state that at some point in the future, probably after the funeral, which Octo would have been a mess at, and probably a mess in general for some time after these events, that he would have challenged Johnny Big Guns again, and the big day would have come, and they would have gone out of the waves.
Oh, yeah.
And Johnny's crew, all of their muscles pumping, and he looks out, and he doesn't see anybody, and he still goes as hard as he can. He tries to ride the waves, and he knows that he's a better surfer than Johnny. But just like every other time in his life, whenever it came down to it, he looks over to Johnny and his cool fucking glasses and his larger muscles. And I want to say the truth, the truth is that Octo chokes. Octo is not done becoming a person yet, a singular person. He's still fractured, and he's working hard to get there, but he's not there yet. And as he wipes out and he washes up to shore, and he slops onto the shore, and he can see all of Johnny Big Gun's crew cheering for him, celebrating. He grabs a new set of glasses because he threw his old set out, and he slides them over his face. He reaches down into the back pocket of his board shorts, and he pulls out a slip. It's wet and the ink is smeared, but he can still read it. And this is the truth, that on that slip of paper is the location of Auden Thornheart. And Octo knows what he has to do. That's all for me. I'm Jonathan Fry. You can follow me if you want. I love these people.
Oh my god, those glasses are everything. The other person wearing sunglasses here, and the man behind the camera, Trav.
Oh man, epilogue, if I may, Tommy. J. Francis Urbane, the heart attack really does a number on his health and his ability to be mobile and walk. He sells much of the collection that he has control, that he owns, that has meant so much to him, and donates the rest to USC in Ida June's name. Then moves back east to concentrate on pursuing what really happened to reclusive author and author of Eyes of the Fire, the movie he just adapted, E. Strebeck. Now, who is Edward Strebeck? He is the character that I played when I first played with Charlie 2 years ago, and I am sitting in the room where we played our Call of Cthulhu campaign, and it was really a life-changing experience, and I want to keep some of that fire burning. It means a lot to me, and so do these people. I wanted to do a story about a guy who was passive in his own life, something I've been thinking a lot about lately. Usually my characters just really hate themselves like crazy, but this one was kind of at peace with himself to his own detriment. But I've loved this guy, and I love these players, and this has been a really unique experience. And I hope we get to come back next year and play together. I think it'll be next year before you see me again on Encounter Roleplay. Meanwhile, I'm playing D&D Ravenloft with Lindy on Tuesday nights. I just got turned into a vampire. If you wanted to see, oh God, who was he in City Slickers? I can't remember. If you want to see an old cowboy turn into a vampire, Jack Palance in City Slickers as a vampire. Come on, what's not to like? That's the elevator pitch. Tommy, thank you for letting me ride roughshod all over your awesome game. And Charlie, thank you for the opportunity. And all of you guys are just monsters, just 1,000-pound beasts of role players. And it's just, from my heart, I really appreciate it. So thank you, everyone, for watching. I'm going to put this other script page in the Discord. I did a little writing, and so I want you all to check it out. Thank you so much.
I would like to note that you get flowers from an H. Hawthorne on your sick bed.
That's a big deal. That we
I have no idea what that. I have. Yep. I have no idea what that face means, but I was told to say this. Yes. Before we head over to the person who makes it. Yes. Before we head over to the person who makes this all happen for us. I'll do my outro here real quick. That was amazing. I had so much fun. I had so much fun getting to run it for all of our cast here. Big hearts to all of you. And Lydia, who couldn't be here with us this week, we miss you. And we missed Juniper. But it's been so awesome getting to GM for all of you. And I cannot wait to play with you all again. As I said, I'm Tommy at Imperator on the I am Tommy at Imperator Pengu on the Twitter sphere. Words are hard. I was about to say Pengu sphere. I've created my own form of Twitter with blackjack and hookers. Let's see. I do tabletop RPG stuff across the interwebs and video. Wow, I'm just so thrown into this. Just follow me on Twitter. I'll say when I'm there. The only other thing I've got is Saturdays over on Salty Sweet Games doing massive Nyarlathotep. I can say it now. It only took me a year to say it. I won't be here for the next 2 Saturdays because I am away. But the crew will be there tomorrow, so go check them out and support them because it's great. I'm going to throw it over to Charlie. Thank you so much, Charlie, for letting me run this. You were awesome.
Thank you so much, cast and crew, Friday Night Frights team. We'll not be back next season, but I'm hoping we can get them back in 2021 when maybe life will be less weird or maybe it'll be more weird. Who knows? Shout out to Lydia. We love her very much. Shout out to all of you, the Chaos Chorus. Major thank you to Chaotic Story, Celeste, KY Hawkeye, and everyone who hit the retweet button and has been sending us some love and support on this journey. Thank you to Tommy for Tom Cruise, or Tommy Cruise, as I shall think of him from now on. And that is it. We're going to hand on over to the Wild and Chaotic crew who have been waiting in the wings for their penultimate episode. This is finales week, but Wild and Chaotic are on penultimate. Next week we have a few shows coming up. We will next be back in action on Tuesday from 5 to 8 for the penultimate episode of Secrets of Pendragon. So keep your buckets at the ready. But until then, so long, farewell. Betray your friends live on the internet. It's not like anyone will remember, right?
Ship wild with her crew and a cat or 3 on the good ship wild. She caught her foe in a clever trap on the good ship wild, then slipped away and has not come back on the good ship wild. Hoist your anchors, will away, all for Captain Calloway. Her legacy they will repay, and fight for the good ship Wild. Bren will sing a sailor's song on the good ship Wild. Alize has a memory long on the good ship Wild. Mama Zara makes her pies on the good ship Wild. Watch when Zazie cuts their eyes on the good ship Wild. Hoist your anchors, will away, all for Captain Calloway. Her legacy they will repay, and fight for the good ship Wild. Kit the captain lost his hat on the good ship Wild. No, I do not mean the cat on the good ship Wild. Who knows where the winds will blow them on the good ship Wild? Chaos Chorus only knows on the good ship Wild. Hoist your anchors, will away, all for Captain Calloway. Her legacy they will repay, and fight for the good ship Wild. Hoist your anchors, will away.